process a night like tonight and way away?
Yeah, obviously not the result that we wanted, but obviously a lot of lessons I think to take and a lot to learn from for us to to grow. I think there's a ton of stuff that we can look at and we can go over with on film, but obviously it starts with us having a good start to the game. You can't be down 3-0 with 12 minutes into the game. I think that's what it was, and those are lessons that you learn in preseason. That's where we're at. That's where we want to improve upon, and ultimately, when the time comes when it counts for us, that's when we want to be at our best. And those games are valuable in that sense, even though they sting quite a bit.
How difficult is it though? You're playing your preseason. It doesn't feel like a preseason game. The expectations around this is not preseason result. How do you kind of balance that thought process in your mind of it's still preseason, even when you're under the lights and the pressure like this?
I think it's actually good preparation for the season to have games like this. These aren't your regular preseason games that I've played in the past, where you play in your training gear at times, against other MLS teams and stuff. So these are real games, and that'll I think bode us well going into the future, going into the season, where real games come, right away, pretty quickly. So. Yeah, it's obviously a balance, like you said, but we're trying to grow, to come together as a team and find a way to beat good teams like the team we played today, and eventually when the time comes later in the season and when we have those games coming up, when they really count, then hopefully we'll be ready.
Julian, the team is down by 5. What's the proudest thing achieved from Messi Inter?
Yeah, I mean he's a popular guy, I would say. No, it's obviously good to hear and good to see the support for us. A lot of fans, Inter Miami fans, and obviously Messi fans, and it was nice to hear that and have that atmosphere. It was nice.
Were you surprised to see Messi come in? There were reports before the game that he wasn't going to play today.
Yeah, I think he kind of tried to complete training yesterday a little bit and felt a little something the other day in the game. That's why he came out. But then today he felt like he could play, and that's kind of all I really know. So I think it's obviously still preseason for us, so we don't really want to risk anything more. Yeah, that's really all I know.
Did the coach stay calm in the halftime? Was he getting to you guys a lot?
No, you got a little bit more intense for sure. I mean, these like I said before, I think these games are a balance of we want to compete and we want to test ourselves, as well as kind of learn and grow, in preseason. So it definitely got a little bit intense because we all want to win, and the way we played in the first half, the way the result went wasn't great and it wasn't good, so it warranted that little intensity, I think.
What do you think people will say? What would you say to the people who say this is an indictment on MLS or a sign of how far MLS might be behind the Saudi League or these teams? Do you think that's fair?
I don't think you can compare. I think we're very early on in the process of us getting ready for the season. This is our third week now, end of the third week, together as a team after a long couple months off, and so I don't think you can really compare. I think we would obviously love to have a rematch at some point. I think that's a competitor in me, and kind of at maybe an official competition, and hopefully we can have that at a Club World Cup, for example. I think that's the only way that we could ever really do that, and hopefully we get to represent MLS at that level. But again, those are good teams that we play. We knew that coming in. Good tests, good preseason games that will get us ready for the year, and we'll have a lot to learn from.